Hello, and welcome back to my series where I go through every single character from Zombicide Fantasy I own. Today we're talking about April O'Neil from Zombicide Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Timecrash expansion. What she do and what role she fills in the party. And it's actually a very simple role she fills because she is the caster of the group, which is everything she is focused on. From her skills to her weapon, that's actually a little special, but I'll get to that, to how she works. So, in level 1, she gets +1 die magic, so if you take a small look at her weapon, you can see it normally have 1 die, so what it basically means that you start with 1 die, and then you get an extra die to that. And we just need to focus a little bit, yeah? And I think that's a really fun idea, because it makes so much more reliant on spells than many other characters, especially when we go to her level 3 and 4 talent. So her level 3 talent, you can see she get 1 die magic more. So if you take that, her 1 die, if it has a spell that have 1 die, it reaches now 3 dice. Or you can take Spellcaster, which is a free action to cast any spell. That means enchantment actions or a combat action, which is I think it's a really interesting ability, and often the one I go for, but 1 extra die magic is really fun, especially if you continue that all the way around. Then when you reach level 4, you can choose between another die magic, which again would add to 4 die on a 1 die magic. You can get 1 free combat action, which again, it's kind of like spellcasting, but she can use it for melee, range, or magic action. And I think it's a really interesting. It's a good ability if you feel like you're having a tendency to get overrun and you feel like you have enough die on your spells to hit relatively often. And then she gets Spellbook. Now Spellbook is a really interesting ability because it allows her, if we take this one, allows her to cast spells from her inventory. So meaning you don't need to use your body slot or your weapon slots to cast spells. Which personally I think it's an interesting one if you has a tendency to be the one holding a lot of melee weapons or have a lot of spells or enchantments. So personally, Spellbook, I think it's a more situational skill than many other caster skills or her skills she has. But if you have a lot of enchantment, I think it's a really good skill. So basically, yeah, you can see an entire kit is focusing on casting as much magic as possible, which leads into her weapon. Now her weapon at first look does not look as a spell, but in the rulebook, if I can find it, in the rulebook, it directly tells her that April's harp is a spell, because normally spells is depicted by spell scrolls, but she has a harp because because they wanted her to hold some weapon of some kind. And at first glance, it has a range of 3, meaning she can hit up to 3 spaces away. So if she stands here, she can hit all the way up here, which is always lovely when you have a long-reaching spell. But it's when you flip it to its ultimate weapon, it gets a lot more interesting. Ghost Side. On a roll of 6, you can cast through buildings, which... Oh wait, it's not on... She gets Ghost Side, so she can basically cast through buildings. Meaning, if she stands here and let's say there's a zombie in here, she can hit it. And if you roll a 6, you get a chi. And with her build of gaining as much dice as possible, and even the turtle power, if you're using that, you can actually get a lot of dice to get the chance to roll an extra 6 if you really need to. But Ghost Side I think it's a really good ability to kind of be in the safe places and hit the zombies where you can't see them, or they can see you. Meaning she can also kind of be undercover by it. And it's an ability that I don't think it have been on a weapon that I own before, so I haven't really tried using her ultimate harp as much as I probably should, but it's a really strong ability. and definitely a reason why she doesn't get any extra dice or damage when you flip it, simply because it's getting that such strong ability. So yeah, all in all, I think April O'Neil is a very solid character. She kinda, unlike all the others who's focusing more on melee, taking the position of range character. And personally, I think it fits very, very cool, well. So yeah, that has been April O'Neil from Zombicide Fantasy. And this is a model. You can see it's looking kinda like a picture on the card, so making it very easy to find her. And yeah, and I don't have really much to say about it, because while she is really, really simple to get going, I think the choices of do you want dice or do you want extra action, it's really what defines her build. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed and have a nice day.